Hello, beautiful souls. Today I want to talk about something truly magnificent. It's a power that lives inside every single one of us. It doesn't matter where you come from, what you do, or what you have been through. This power is your birthright. It is the incredible, untapped potential you hold to shape your own life. We often look outside of ourselves for answers, for help, for a sign. We search for something or someone to make our dreams come true. But what if I told you that the architect of your entire life, the master builder of your destiny, is you? What if the key to unlocking every door you've ever wanted to open was already in your hand, just waiting for you to simply use it? This key is your own wonderful human imagination. It is the most powerful tool you will ever possess. Think about it for a moment. Everything that has ever been created by humankind first started as a thought, an idea, an image in someone's mind. The chair you're sitting on, the home you live in, the technology that connects us right now. It all began as a spark in the imagination. The great spiritual teacher Neville Goddard and the brilliant scientist Dr. Joe Dispenza have both shared this profound truth with the world in their own unique ways. They teach us that our inner world of thought and feeling is the creative force that molds the outer world of our experience. You are not just a passenger in this life, you are the driver. For so long, many of us have believed that life just happens to us. We feel like we are at the mercy of circumstances, luck, or fate. But these teachings invite us to step into a new understanding, a new way of being. They ask us to awaken to the realization that we are the creators of our reality. The circumstances of your life are not your prison. They are a reflection of your past thoughts and beliefs. And the wonderful news is that you can change them. You can begin this very day to consciously and deliberately use your imagination to build the life you truly desire. It's about moving from being a victim of your story to being the hero of your story. This journey is not about wishing upon a star and hoping for the best. It is an active, conscious process of creation. It requires us to become aware of our thoughts, to choose our feelings, and to direct our focus with intention. It is about learning to live from the end, to feel the joy and gratitude of our wishes already being fulfilled. This might sound like a big idea, and it is, but it is also beautifully simple. It's a shift from seeing to believing and then seeing. So take a deep breath. Open your heart and your mind. Let's explore these incredible secrets together and unlock the divine creative power that has been waiting within you all along. Now I know when you hear the phrase "you are God," it might sound a little shocking, it might even seem bold or sacrilegious to some, but I want you to stay with me on this, because understanding this concept is the very foundation of your creative power. When teachers like Neville Goddard say this, they are not talking about the man in the sky with a long white beard. They are pointing to a profound spiritual truth that is echoed in sacred texts from around the world. The Bible itself says, "Do you not know that you are God's temple, and that God's Spirit dwells in you?" And I said, you are God's. This isn't about ego, it's about empowerment. What this truly means is that the creative power of the universe, the very consciousness that brought all of existence into being, is not separate from you. It is your own consciousness. It is your own awareness of being. Your imagination is the divine workshop where your reality is forged. Think of God not as an external being you pray to, but as the creative power within you that you direct. When you have a thought, an idea, or a daydream, you are using the same power that created galaxies and stars. You are the operant power in your world. Everything and everyone in your reality is a reflection of the state of consciousness you occupy. This is a huge responsibility, but it is also the ultimate freedom. It means you are not at the mercy of anyone or anything. You are the one who chooses what to think, what to feel, and what to imagine. You are the sower, and your thoughts are the seeds. The world you experience is the harvest you reap from the seeds you have planted in your mind. If you plant seeds of worry, doubt, and fear, you will harvest a life filled with challenges and lack. But if you consciously choose to plant seeds of love, success, and joy, you will cultivate a life of abundance and happiness. This is the great law of assumption. Realizing this truth changes everything. It means you can stop blaming the world, other people, or your past for your current circumstances. You can take back your power. You can look at your life and know that if you created it, you can also change it. This is not about blame, it is about empowerment. It's a call to awaken from the dream that you are small and helpless and to remember who you truly are, the creator of your world. You are the cause, your life is the effect. And with this knowledge you can begin to consciously and lovingly paint a new masterpiece on the canvas of your life, using the divine brush of your imagination. Our imagination is so much more than just idle daydreaming. It is the very doorway to creation. It is the place where we plant the seeds for our future. Most of us are taught to believe only what we can see with our physical eyes. We operate on a seeing is believing principle. If we don't see the money in our bank account, we believe we are poor. If we don't see a loving partner by our side, we believe we are alone. We let our current reality dictate our inner world. But the great secret that both Neville Goddard and Dr. Joe Dispenza teach is that we must reverse this process. True creation works the other way around. Believing is seeing. You must first create the reality in your mind. You must see it, feel it, and live in it on the inside before it can ever appear on the outside. Your imagination is the real world. The physical world is just a shadow, a delayed reflection of what you are consistently holding in your imagination. Think of your mind like a movie projector. The film running through it is made up of your thoughts, your feelings, and your imaginal scenes. The screen, which is your three-dimensional world, can only show what is on the film. To change the movie of your life, you don't try to paint on the screen. You must change the film itself. You must change what you are imagining. This requires a shift in how we use our incredible minds. Instead of using our imagination to worry about what might go wrong, we must use it to experience what we want to go right. Don't just think your desire, you must think your desire. This is a crucial distinction. Thinking something keeps it at a distance, as something you want but don't have. Thinking something means you are mentally living inside the reality of your wish already being fulfilled. You are no longer imagining yourself getting the job. You are imagining yourself working at the job, feeling the satisfaction and enjoying the paycheck. You are no longer imagining finding love. You are imagining the feeling of your partner's hand in yours. This is the true magic. It is the act of occupying a new state of consciousness. A state is simply a collection of beliefs and feelings. There is a state of being poor and a state of being wealthy. There is a state of being lonely and a state of being loved. You move from one state to another not by physical effort, but by an act of your imagination. You choose the state you wish to experience and you enter it in your mind. You furnish it with all the tones of reality, making it feel so real, so natural, that you begin to believe it is true right now. And when that belief becomes your dominant feeling, the world has no choice but to rearrange itself to match it. Imagination may be the blueprint, but feeling is the fuel that brings it to life. A simple thought without any emotional energy behind it is like a car with no gas. It won't go anywhere. The secret ingredient to making your dreams manifest is the wish fulfilled. This is the cornerstone of Neville's teachings and a key part of Dr. Dispenza's work on brain and heart coherence. It's not enough to just visualize your goal, you must generate the emotion, the deep, genuine feeling you would have if your desire were already a solid fact in your world. The subconscious mind, the part of you that directs the show, doesn't understand words as much as it understands feelings. So how do you feel something that hasn't happened yet? This is where you become a divine actor. You must ask yourself, if my dream came true right now, how would I feel? Would you feel relief, joy, gratitude, security, freedom, peace? Identify that core feeling. Then, your work is to practice generating that feeling within your body, independent of what your outer senses are telling you. You close your eyes to the facts of your current reality, and open your inner senses to the truth of your desired reality. You are not faking it, you are creating it. You are rehearsing your future, and your body begins to believe it is living in that future now. This process literally changes you from the inside out. Dr. Joe Dispenza's research shows that when you consistently practice feeling elevated emotions like gratitude, love, and joy, you are changing your brain chemistry and your body's physiology. You are rewiring old neural pathways of lack and limitation and creating new ones of abundance and possibility. You are signaling new genes in new ways. You are no longer living in the past. You are biologically and chemically living in your future. And when your energy, your very vibration, matches the energy of your desire, you will draw that experience to you like a magnet. The universe doesn't give you what you want, it gives you who you are being. The key is to make this feeling of the wish fulfilled your natural state. It should feel normal and familiar, not exciting and strange. Excitement implies it hasn't happened yet. A calm, peaceful, knowing feeling of it is done is far more powerful. You can practice this throughout your day. As you are washing dishes, feel the gratitude for your beautiful home. As you are driving to work, feel the satisfaction of your amazing career. You carry the feeling with you. You live in the state of your answered prayer. This is the art of assumption. You assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled, and you persist in that assumption until that which you assumed becomes your reality. Knowing these principles is wonderful, but the real transformation happens when you put them into practice. These are not complicated rituals. They are simple, powerful mental exercises that you can weave into your daily life. They are tools to help you train your mind and direct your creative power with intention. One of the most foundational practices is what many call the mental diet. This means becoming the gatekeeper of your mind. You start paying close attention to your thoughts and especially your inner conversations. Are you constantly replaying arguments or worrying about money? Your inner talking is a creative act, constantly shaping your life. When you catch yourself thinking a negative thought or having a fearful inner conversation, you don't fight it. You simply stop and gently replace it with a thought that aligns with your desire. If you catch yourself thinking, "I can't afford that," you revise it to, "I remember when I used to worry about money, but now I have more than enough." This isn't about denial, it's about redirection. You are consciously choosing to feed your mind thoughts of abundance, health, and love, rather than thoughts of lack, sickness, and loneliness. It takes practice, just like any diet, but soon it becomes a habit to think from the place of your wish fulfilled. You are what you eat, and this is true for your mind as well. Another beautiful and simple exercise is the mirror game. You can do this with a real mirror or just an imaginary one in your mind. As you look at your reflection, you don't see the person you are now with all your worries and problems. Instead, you see the person you desire to be. You see the reflection of the successful, healthy, joyful you. Look into your own eyes and say, "You did it. I'm so proud of you." See the background behind you reflecting your new circumstances, the beautiful home, the dream office, the loving family. Smile at this new version of you. Feel the confidence and peace radiating from that reflection. This practice helps to solidify your new self-concept. Finally, there is a wonderful technique for when you don't have a specific desire, but simply want to experience a general state of well-being. Neville called this the "Isn't It Wonderful" method. Throughout your day, or as you are drifting off to sleep, you can repeat the phrase, "Isn't it wonderful?" You don't attach it to anything specific. You just allow yourself to feel a general sense of wonder and gratitude. This feeling implies that something amazing has happened, and your subconscious mind will then go to work to find events and circumstances that match that wonderful feeling. It's like placing a general order for happiness and letting the universe fill in the details. One of the most powerful and focused techniques Neville Goddard taught is what we now call Feel It Real, or SATS, which stands for State Akin to Sleep. This is a dedicated time you set aside, ideally right before you fall asleep at night, or just as you are waking up in the morning. During these times, your conscious, analytical mind is naturally relaxed and quiet. Your body is still, and you are in a dreamy, suggestible state. This is the perfect fertile ground for planting the seeds of your desire deep into your subconscious mind, where the real creative work gets done. It's a sacred time for you to become the architect of your tomorrow. Here is how you do it. First, you need to know exactly what you want. Then create a short, simple scene in your imagination that would take place after your wish has been fulfilled. The scene must imply that the desire is already a fact. For example, if you want to be married, don't imagine the wedding. Instead, imagine a simple, sensory-rich scene like feeling the wedding ring on your finger. If you want a new home, don't imagine signing the papers. Imagine walking through the front door of your new home, touching the walls, smelling the fresh paint, and feeling the joy of being there. The scene should be brief, something you can repeat easily. Next, you get comfortable, close your eyes, and bring your body into a state of deep relaxation. You can do this with a few deep breaths, letting go of all the tension from the day. You enter that drowsy, sleepy state, the state akin to sleep. Once you are there, you bring your short scene to mind. You don't just watch it like a movie, you enter it. You are the star of the show. You must see it from a first-person perspective. Feel the ring on your finger. Feel the keys to your new car in your hand. Hear the voice of your friend congratulating you. What do you see? What do you hear? What do you smell? What do you touch? Engage all of your senses to make the imaginal act as vivid and real as possible. You loop this short scene over and over again in your mind, like a lullaby. Each time you repeat it, you saturate it with more and more of the feeling of reality. You are not trying to make it happen, you are simply experiencing it as happening now. You continue this process until the scene takes on the tones of reality, and you feel a sense of satisfaction, a quiet knowing that it is done. The ideal outcome is to fall asleep while looping this scene, carrying the feeling of the wish fulfilled with you into the subconscious realm of sleep. You have successfully impressed your desire upon your subconscious mind, and it will now work to bring it forth into your world. What if you had the power to change your past? Not just to forget it, but to actually rewrite it so that it serves you in the present. This is the incredible promise of Neville Goddard's technique called revision. He taught that our memory is not fixed in stone. The past only exists in our imagination, and because our imagination is the creative power of God, we have the ability to revise any event, whether it happened 5 minutes ago or 50 years ago. By changing the memory of an event, we change its effect on our present and future. We are not denying what happened, we are replacing it with a better version, and in doing so, we neutralize its negative power over us. The process is beautifully simple. At the end of each day, just before you go into your SATs practice, you take a few moments to review the events of the day. You scan through your day from morning to night. If there was any moment that was unpleasant, disappointing or hurtful, a difficult conversation, a mistake at work, a moment of anger or frustration, you don't dwell on it. Instead, you stop at that scene and you mentally rewrite it. You replay it in your mind exactly as you wish it had happened. You revise the conversation to be loving and supportive. You revise the mistake into a success. You revise the anger into peace. For example, imagine you had a tense argument with a loved one. In your revision, you wouldn't replay the harsh words. Instead, you would imagine the conversation going perfectly. You would hear them speaking to you with kindness and understanding. You would feel yourself responding with love and compassion. You would imagine the scene ending with a warm hug and a feeling of resolution and peace. You play this revised scene over and over in your mind until it feels real and true to you. You are substituting the negative memory with a positive one, and this new memory is what you are now carrying forward. This practice is profoundly healing. It cleans the slate of your day, ensuring that you don't carry negativity and resentment into your sleep and into your tomorrow, but you can also use revision on much older memories. You can go back to painful moments from your childhood or past relationships and rewrite them. By doing so, you can release long-held trauma and change the deep-seated beliefs that were formed by those events. You are taking the sting out of the past. As Neville said, you can turn your water into wine. You are taking the bitter experiences of your life and transforming them into something that nourishes and empowers you today. Imagine that your mind is a beautiful, lush garden. Every single thought you think is a seed you are planting. Your beliefs are the soil, and your feelings are the water and sunlight that make those seeds grow. The life you experience is the harvest that this garden produces. If you want to cultivate a life filled with joy, peace, and abundance, you must become a conscious and loving gardener of your mind. This is what we mean by a mental diet. It is the daily practice of choosing which thoughts to plant and nurture, and which weeds of negativity to gently pull and discard. It requires awareness, discipline, and a great deal of self-love. A mental diet doesn't mean you will never have a negative thought again. That's simply not realistic for most of us. The weeds will pop up. The key is what you do when they appear. You don't get angry at the weed or try to violently rip it out. That just gives it more energy. Instead, you simply notice it without judgment. You see the thought of fear or doubt, or I'm not good enough. You acknowledge it, and then you gently turn your attention away from it and plant a better feeling thought in its place. You starve the weeds of your attention and you feed the flowers of your desires. Over time, your garden will naturally have more flowers and fewer weeds. Your inner conversations are one of the most important parts of this mental diet. We are talking to ourselves all day long. These silent conversations are a form of prayer, and they are always being answered. What are you saying to yourself? Are your inner conversations filled with criticism, worry, and replays of past hurts? Or are they conversations of encouragement, success, and love? You must begin to monitor your self-talk and consciously steer it in the direction of your dreams. Talk to yourself as if your wishes are already fulfilled. Have imaginary conversations with friends where they are congratulating you on your success. This inner dialogue is what creates your outer reality. Staying positive and practicing these techniques is a journey, not a destination. There will be days when it feels easy, and days when it feels hard. The most important thing is to be kind to yourself. There is no need to force anything. Forcing a feeling or a thought creates resistance. What Neville called the law of reverse effort. It's about gentle persuasion, not brute force. It's a relaxed focus. If you fall off your mental diet, you don't beat yourself up. You just gently begin again. Every moment is a new opportunity to plant a better seed. By tending to your inner garden with care and consistency, you will, inevitably, create a beautiful life. We have journeyed together through these incredible ideas, from understanding your divine nature as the creator to learning the practical tools to shape your reality. The question now is, what will you do with this knowledge? Knowing the path is one thing, walking the path is another. This is an invitation to start living your life with conscious intention. It's a call to wake up each morning and remember that you are not a victim of circumstance, but the master of your fate. You hold the paintbrush and the canvas. You have everything you need within you to create a life that is filled with purpose, joy, and everything you desire. Begin today. Don't wait for the perfect time. Start small. Pick one of these exercises and commit to trying it. Perhaps you will choose to practice revision each night before you sleep, cleansing your day of any negativity. Or maybe you will start a mental diet, gently guiding your thoughts toward more positive and empowering beliefs. You could try the Feel It Real technique for one specific desire that is close to your heart. The key is to start. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, and the creation of your dream life begins with a single, intentional, imaginal act. Be patient and persistent. You are planting seeds and they need time to grow. Remember that this power is not just for manifesting big things like money or a new house. You can use your imagination to create daily happiness. You can imagine your day going smoothly and beautifully. You can assume the feeling of peace before a difficult meeting. You can imagine health and vitality flowing through your body. You can use this power to become a more loving, patient, and compassionate person. The ultimate goal is to awaken to your true identity as the creative power in your own universe, and to live from that place of empowerment, freedom, and love in every moment of your life. So I encourage you to believe in yourself. Believe in the power of your own wonderful human imagination. You are so much more powerful than you have been led to believe. You are not just a small part of the universe. The entire universe is within you. Trust the process. Tend to your inner garden with love. Water your dreams with faith and feeling. And watch as your world blossoms in the most beautiful and miraculous ways. You have the secrets. You have the key. Now go, unlock your inner God, and create the masterpiece that is your life. You can do it. It is your birthright.